General Hospital to reveal details about recent tensions between Laura Wright and Nancy Lee Grahn. Recently, the entertainment world has been buzzing with the widespread circulation of veteran actress Laura Wright's frustrated comments about her longtime colleague Nancy Lee Grahn. The incident quickly garnered public attention, especially among General Hospital fans, as both actresses have been familiar faces on screen for many years. The conflict escalated when Nancy Lee Grahn, known for her outspoken remarks and strong views, publicly criticized Laura Wright over her stance on the flu vaccine. According to Nancy, Laura had not received the flu vaccine regularly as recommended by health authorities, which made her a source of infection and exposed many people on set to the risk of illness. These claims caught many by surprise, as Laura had never publicly commented on her vaccination status, but the public criticism forced her to respond. Not only did Nancy accuse Laura of being responsible for the infection on set, but she also pointed out that Kirsten Storms, the actress portraying Maxie Jones on General Hospital, had suffered significant health impacts from her exposure to Laura Wright. This statement immediately stirred controversy, as if it were true, Laura would be held responsible not only to her colleagues but to the entire production team. However, no evidence has been presented to support these claims, making Nancy's accusations even more contentious. The situation grew even more tense as fans of both actresses were divided into two opposing views. One side supported Nancy, backing her stance on vaccination and expressing concerns about members of the cast not following health protocols. Meanwhile, supporters of Laura argued that Nancy was using her influence to personally attack her, unfairly damaging Laura's reputation and career. This conflict has not only fractured the relationship between the two actresses but has also created an increasingly tense atmosphere on the General Hospital set. Given that both are key figures on the show, many are concerned that this dispute could affect the filming process or even lead to cast changes if not resolved. Currently, Laura Wright has maintained a firm stance, expressing dissatisfaction with Nancy Lee Grahn's accusations. She insists that Nancy's statements are unfounded and more personal attacks than a health-related warning. Despite this, Nancy has not issued any official response to Laura's accusations, leaving fans increasingly curious about the next developments in this heated situation. Laura Wright has not hesitated to retaliate against Nancy Lee Grahn's accusations, expressing frustration at being unfairly attacked by a colleague. In a pointed post on social media, Laura suggested that Nancy was fabricating details about her health and intentionally creating a wave of criticism to tarnish her reputation in the media. It's laughable when someone thinks they have the right to judge and spread false information just to gain attention. I've worked in this industry long enough to recognize such tricks, Laura wrote on Instagram, accompanying the post with a picture of her relaxing with friends. Laura didn't stop there. She also spoke out in an exclusive interview with an entertainment magazine, where she openly expressed her disappointment with Nancy's way of working. "I'm not the type to air backstage drama, but this time I feel it's necessary to speak up. Nancy not only crossed the line but is intentionally causing division on set. I've never had issues with her before, but the truth is, she likes to control and impose her views on others. If you don't agree with her, you become a target," Laura explained. She emphasized that throughout the filming process, she had always followed safety protocols and never neglected her responsibility to protect the health of herself and her colleagues. "I've always been conscious of maintaining my health. I don't understand why Nancy felt the need to drag me into this pointless argument. Instead of focusing on work, she spends too much time discussing personal and political issues on social media. I'm not the only one who's tired of it." Laura's responses quickly garnered support from many colleagues, including several members of the General Hospital cast, who had also been frustrated with Nancy's sometimes excessive bluntness. A backstage source revealed that this wasn't the first time Nancy had caused conflict. Nancy tends to impose her opinions on others, especially on political and social issues. She believes she's doing the right thing, but the way she expresses it makes many people feel pressured. There's no denying that Nancy Lee Grahn is one of the most outspoken actresses in the entertainment industry. She has publicly criticized former President Donald Trump and hasn't hesitated to oppose his health policies. This directness has earned her admiration from many fans but has also put her at the center of endless controversies. In a recent post, Nancy again criticized the government for restricting access to CDC health information, calling it a dictatorial action that endangers public health. However, Nancy's determination in her opinions has led some to believe she is abusing her platform to personally attack those who disagree with her. Laura Wright believes this is why the conflict between her and Nancy has escalated. "I respect freedom of speech, but I don't think an actress should use her influence to attack her colleagues. That's unprofessional and unfair." At the moment, Nancy has yet to offer any official response to Laura's claims. Meanwhile, fans are still debating the conflict between the two actresses, fearing that if the situation is not resolved, it could affect the atmosphere on the General Hospital set. Some viewers believe that Nancy should apologize if her accusations are unfounded, while others support her for trying to protect the health of those around her. Regardless of how this conflict plays out, it is clear that the drama has not yet subsided. The big question is whether Laura Wright and Nancy Lee Grahn can find common ground to continue professionally working together on screen, or if this will become an irreparable rift within General Hospital. The answer will likely depend on the next moves of both actresses. Previously, Nancy Lee Grahn had publicly made her strong stance on vaccination clear and even stated that she would refuse to work with anyone who declined the flu vaccine. This hardline view from Nancy was not unfamiliar to those who followed her on social media, as she is known for being a staunch defender of strict health regulations. She regularly shares posts about the importance of vaccinations and criticizes individuals she believes are irresponsible for not following public health measures. One of Nancy's most controversial statements came during an interview, where she expressed feeling uncomfortable and unsafe working with colleagues who hadn't been vaccinated. "We live in a society where everyone needs to be responsible for each other. I don't want to put myself or my loved ones at risk just because someone decides not to follow the science," Nancy firmly declared. She even suggested that film productions should implement strict checks and take action against actors who refuse to get vaccinated. Given this clear stance, it's no surprise that Nancy became particularly harsh toward Laura Wright when rumors surfaced that she hadn't received the flu vaccine. In a veiled post on social media, Nancy wrote, "It's disappointing that some people still disregard the health of others and continue working without proper precautions." While she didn't specifically name Laura, she soon shared information about several colleagues on set being sick with the flu, leading many to believe she was implicitly accusing Laura of being the source of the infection. Nancy didn't stop there. She also made a more serious accusation, claiming that Kirsten Storms, the actress playing Maxie Jones, had suffered health issues after being in contact with Laura. These statements quickly spread and ignited a wave of controversy within the General Hospital fan community. Some viewers supported Nancy, agreeing that everyone on set should adhere to strict health protocols to protect one another. However, many questioned the authenticity of these accusations. Was Nancy really trying to protect public health, or was she simply using this as an opportunity to personally attack Laura over past disagreements? The doubt grew stronger when backstage sources revealed that Laura Wright had not violated any health regulations on set. Laura has always followed safety protocols and has never been warned about vaccination issues, one crew member shared. She's not as irresponsible as Nancy implied. This led to another theory suggesting that the conflict between Nancy and Laura was not solely about vaccination but could be the result of long-standing tension between the two actresses during their work together. There had been many rumors about Nancy being dissatisfied with Laura's portrayal of Carly Corinthos and even disagreements over how certain scenes should be written. People in the entertainment industry are also familiar with Nancy's blunt and sometimes rigid personality, while Laura tends to avoid unnecessary conflicts. Moreover, many viewers pointed out that this wasn't the first time Nancy had made controversial statements without solid evidence. Previously, she had been criticized for frequently posting misleading information about politics and health on social media. Particularly, her comments about former President Donald Trump and his policies on the CDC led to some fans losing trust in her, especially after some of the information she shared was later proven to be inaccurate. Therefore, many questioned whether her accusations against Laura were truly credible or just a personal conflict blown out of proportion due to previous differences. Currently, the debate between Nancy Lee Grahn and Laura Wright shows no signs of dying down. Laura has strongly refuted the claims, accusing Nancy of deliberately causing trouble and manipulating public opinion with false information. Meanwhile, Nancy remains silent in the face of Laura's rebuttal, leaving fans even more curious about her next move. Some believe that if Nancy cannot provide solid evidence to back up her accusations, she may face strong backlash from both the public and the producers of General Hospital. No matter the outcome, it is clear that the rivalry between these two veteran actresses has sparked intense debate, not only among fans but within the entertainment industry. Will this remain a temporary conflict or become a rift that cannot be healed? That remains a big question. At the moment, Nancy Lee Grahn continues to remain silent in response to Laura Wright's passionate claims, further fueling public curiosity about her reaction. Instead of providing any official explanation or rebuttal, the actress seems to remain unfazed by the storm of criticism. However, Nancy's silence does not mean the situation will calm down. On the contrary, it is only making things more tense as fans and industry insiders closely monitor the developments. Meanwhile, the fanbase of both actresses has divided into two opposing factions. Laura Wright supporters have criticized Nancy for making baseless accusations, which they feel negatively impact Laura's reputation. They argue that publicly criticizing a colleague without clear evidence is unprofessional, especially when they are both working together on General Hospital. On the other hand, Nancy Lee Grahn supporters praise her for her candor and courage in speaking out on an important public health issue. For them, Nancy is simply trying to ensure a safe working environment, and Laura Wright should take responsibility if she truly hasn't been vaccinated as accused. What's notable is that the tension between the two actresses doesn't just stop at personal disagreements, it risks affecting the overall working atmosphere on the General Hospital set. According to backstage sources, many actors and crew members feel uncomfortable with the ongoing feud between Nancy and Laura. Everyone in the crew is trying to stay neutral, but it's clear that if things continue to escalate, it could affect the working relationship between the actors, one backstage staff member revealed. Some even fear that this conflict might force one of the actresses to leave the project if the differences can't be resolved. The situation becomes even more complicated when Nancy continues to express her strong political views on social media. Recently, she posted a scathing criticism of former President Donald Trump, using harsh language. In the post, she condemned his policies on the U.S. healthcare system and accused his administration of limiting access to CDC information, making it difficult for the public to access crucial health data. Nancy wrote, "It's shameful that we live in a society where the government tries to silence health organizations. When the CDC is restricted, who will protect us from potential health dangers?" Her post immediately drew thousands of comments from fans. Supporters quickly shared it and expressed agreement with Nancy's views. Some praised her for speaking the truth and supporting those who believe in science. However, her critics condemned her sharply, arguing that Nancy was exploiting her platform to push her political opinions rather than focusing on acting. Some loyal General Hospital viewers even expressed disappointment, fearing that her controversial remarks might harm the show's reputation. With Nancy Lee Grahn remaining silent on Laura Wright's accusations while continuing to attract attention on social media, it remains to be seen how this story will unfold. Will this controversy continue to escalate, or will both actresses find a way to move past their differences and restore harmony on set? Fans and industry insiders will continue to watch closely. The ultimate resolution of this conflict will reveal whether Nancy Lee Grahn and Laura Wright can move forward with their long-standing careers on General Hospital.